It's incredibly exciting to be standing here, and I think a little bit surreal as well to not only have the Race of Champions come to my hometown, come to Australia, but to be competing as well. I think it's a massive moment in my career to kind of have the invitation to compete against the world's best drivers across every discipline. When you look at the names of people that have won, have competed before, who are going to be competing here in 2025, it's pretty unreal. The Race of Champions is iconic for fans because we do it all on a 1K circuit in a stadium. You see every part of the action, and it's a head-to-head shootout style, so fast pace, big pressure, big intensity, and to be able to see drivers from all different disciplines in all different cars up against each other in that environment is just going to be unreal.
Super exciting to have Molly, Extreme E champion, Australian Rally champion, the first female in the Race of Champions Sydney, announced today. She'll have a chance to go up against the 4-time Formula One world champion, 9-time world rally champion, 7-time supercar champion, 11-time X Games gold medalist. I mean, it's just going to be brilliant. And she's a Sydney girl, right? To be able to compete here in front of her home fans in Accor Stadium, it's just going to be amazing.
It's very special to have the invitation. When I first had the phone call to be invited, I couldn't say yes fast enough. It means a huge amount to me, something that, you know, I guess when you're starting out your motorsport career too, you want to have success in the categories that you're competing in, but this is kind of a real feather in your cap to have the invitation to come in and compete at Race of Champions. The fourth female to do it. We're seeing a lot more females get involved in the sport, which is fantastic. And I think the good thing about motorsport is we're all there to drive, male or female. So to me, it's not really about being the fourth woman to be there and be competing, but it's just about there to be driving. But I think from a visibility perspective, to show that girls can go out there and compete at the same level is pretty special and important too.
So once again, we want to have a mix of drivers from different disciplines, different countries. We've had some girls racing in the past that have done extremely well. Susie Wolff almost won the Nations Cup in Barbados with David Coulthard. Jamie Chadwick, who came to Race of Champions Sweden the last 2 years, won a number of heats, and you know, just the talent, the female talent, there's so many coming up, and you can see how much improvement they're making. If you look at Molly, where she is today compared to when she started in Extreme E, the progress that she's made is phenomenal, and I think she'll surprise a few people out there in March in Sydney.
It's great with the Race of Champions to have a combination of the Nations Cup as well as the individuals, so it's a bit like the Olympics of motorsport. We don't get the opportunity that often to compete for our country, it's usually for our team, so that's a very special and unique thing, I think, and especially to be competing for Team Australia on Aussie soil is going to be a pretty big moment, and I think the crowd are going to get behind us for sure.
So once again, we're going to transform Accor Stadium into a full-fledged asphalt racetrack, 1 kilometer long. We're bringing in 2,000 tons of underlay, 1,200 tons of asphalt, all recycled after the event. We're building a 43-meter crossover bridge, and there you'll have some 500 horsepower cars racing, accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than 2 seconds, some of the fastest ones. Some of the world's best drivers competing head-to-head, identical cars, so only driver skill decides who's winning.
I think one of the great things about the Race of Champions is the fact you see every centimetre of the action from your seat. And motorsport often, in rally, you're out in the middle of the forest waiting for a car to fly by, covered in dirt, whereas it's really accessible to the fans. It's in the city centre. You're going to have so much entertainment and so much atmosphere as well. I think it's just, it's going to be like nothing else that I've experienced, and I'm sure a lot of motorsport fans in Australia have experienced either.